As a child or a teenager, we are often asked what we want to do or become when we grow up. At such an early age, the world expects us to define ourselves. And even before we find ourselves, it defines us. Nerd, geek, fatty, shorty, butki. Hi, I am Shreyasi Savairam from grade 11 and I am here to tell you my story. When I was a child, I wanted to be a cricketer and they said be realistic. So I told them I wanted to be a child actor and they said don't be stupid. You see, we are often asked what we want to be and then told what not to be. And we are often somehow told to become someone we are not, sacrificing who we actually are to achieve an act of who we will be. And we always accept the identity that others give us. Not only that, but even our dreams get called names. Silly, foolish, impossible, stupid. But that did not stop me from dreaming. Getting bullied has changed my life completely, but for a good cause. Up till 6th grade, my life was going really well. I had friends who were always good to me and there for me. They always heard me out whenever I needed someone to talk to, and we had great times together. By 7th grade, I was surrounded by various kinds of toxic people. Those people that judged me and made me feel inferior to them, not only for the way I was, but for the way I looked, for my short appearance. My own friends and classmates overlooked me and constantly made fun of me, reminding me every single day, calling me short straight to my face. But telling me I'm short is not going to change the fact. One day, when I had gone over to my friend's society to visit her, a guy came up to me and asked me in what grade I was, in a joking way, of course. He then told me that if in his school someone was this short, it was because they had Down syndrome. And that stung. I could not imagine how someone could be so insensitive. From that day onwards, I started blaming myself and God for being too short. My parents always told me that there was nothing wrong with being short and that there were so many other people who were of my height or even shorter and that I wasn't alone. Once, in my cricket class, there were a few men who told us they were going to shoot a film on female cricketers. And I thought this would be the perfect opportunity for me, since I already know how to play cricket and it had always been my dream to become an actor. I was really excited knowing I would finally have a chance to star in a movie. But the man rejected me by saying that cricketers aren't supposed to be short and that if I would star in the movie, I would look like a kid. But he was forgetting that I was actually a kid. Despite being validated about my sportsmanship in cricket, I was judged on the only criteria, which was my height. I asked my parents, aren't the skills that matter the most? My parents told me to not lose hope and to never give up on my passion for cricket. Then, my doctor advised me to engage myself in various sports for height growth. Not that I didn't do any, I used to play cricket, do karate and skating. Soon, I started trying out various different sports like basketball, taekwondo, gymnastics, swimming, tennis and athletics. I started working out every day, not because my doctor had advised me to, but because I actually enjoyed it. It helped me gain confidence and build a holistic profile. Apart from sports, my love for dance has been never ending. I can dance anytime, anywhere, whenever I hear the music play. I feel free to express myself through dance. So I started going to dance classes and dance for hours every day. And within a few months, I was so confident about myself and my body. I had finally found my passion. One day I realized that being small didn't mean I had to shrink up my spirits. I noticed the other things I had: kindness, a good sense of humor, and the spirit to lift others up. I started using my voice more and standing up for myself whenever someone made fun of me. Soon I realized something very important. As said by Eleanor Roosevelt, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. I overcame my height by focusing on my strengths: knowledge, leadership, and impact. My mom always told me that your confidence comes from your expertise, communication, and influence, and not stature. So success is about how you stand out tall, and not how tall you are. I started speaking up more and taking part in activities like clubs and MUNs. Soon, my friends and the people around me started to see me in a different light. Eventually, they stopped noticing my height as much and instead saw the confidence I now wore. I wasn't just a small girl anymore. I was more than that. I was the friend who made others feel seen and valued. My world didn't feel so big anymore. And for the first time, I felt like I was standing tall. So remember, if they don't like you for being yourself, be yourself even more and embrace the beauty that makes you you.